My baby's taking care of their mama. He's so sweet. It's a bug. Hey, what's up, YouTube? So I showed up an hour early for a doctor's appointment, so I figured, hey, story time. This is the one that I've been talking about for about 3 weeks now. That's about the time that all this information came out, and I was pissed. So the story is these YouTubers killed their dog because the dog bit their kid in the face. Okay, the baby is, I don't know, 16 months, 18 months, something like that. Almost 2 years old. The dog was a bull terrier. The family had owned this dog for 10 years. The guy, when he was describing it, and from what I understand, the child was taking food from the dog and got nipped in the face. And to me, a nip to the face, that's a warning. I mean, that dog could have done a whole lot worse if it wanted to. As of the time that they recorded it, they said that it was healing up. He had a little mark. But the way the guy described it, he said, well, I grew up during old Yeller times, and I just wanted to take the dog by the back of the neck and take him outside and put him down. And that's going to play into my story time here. So let's go ahead and get into that. When I was 13, we had moved to Faraday, Louisiana, from the little country town. We lived there for 5 months. In that 5 months, and my little brother was about the same age, and he was a demon furball from hell. I swear to God, I love the boy to death, but he could get himself into some trouble. I could tell y'all some stories, but this is one of them. He was about the same age. We had a dog named Toby, and he was half Rottweiler, half German Shepherd. Beautiful dog. He had the build of a Rottweiler, but the markings of a German Shepherd. Loving, sweet as could be. I mean, we would lay on top of him, and he'd just enjoy it so much. Well, one day, the dog was given a ham bone, and my little brother went to take it away from him, and he got nipped in the face. This was while I was in school. So I get home, and I see my little brother with half his face bandaged up, and I'm freaking out. I'm like, what the hell? This is, to me, he was like my kid, They told me what happened, and like I said, I was 13 years old. I was pissed. I saw red. I went out into the backyard, and after it happened, Toby went into his doghouse and would not come out. I went out hollering for him. He wouldn't come out. I crawled into his doghouse. I grabbed him around his neck, not like this, but just put my hands around his neck and was trying to pull him out toward me. He would not come out. He kept his head down. He just knew that he had done wrong. And it wasn't his fault. It wasn't. He had food, and he was protecting his food, and he could have killed my little brother. Just like these YouTubers' dog could have killed their son. But he didn't. It was a warning. And when that guy said the whole old Yeller thing, that's what I was feeling. But I was 13 years old, and this is a grown-ass man. And he's talking like this, and just the way he said it, in my opinion, I'm not entirely sure that he didn't, because they said that they couldn't rehome the dog, because it would be a liability. And, you know, to me, there's just so many other things that they could have done than have the dog put down. That's what aggravates me the most. So I'm out there screaming at Toby, and my dad comes out and he's like, Holly, stop. He said, the dog, it's not his fault. He's a dog. It was his food, you know? Your brother went to take it away, and it just, you know, stuff happens. And after that, my little brother was still not scared of the dog. We kept him, and he was a great dog. So, that being said, story time 2. When the little lifer was about 4 years old, we had 2 Old English bulldoggies. Not bulldogs, bulldoggies. Google it. They're cool. My male, for some reason, just did not like her. And no idea why. She never was mean to him. He would look at her and start growling. And so she stayed away from him. And we kept him away from her. And at one point in time, I don't know, I think she was reaching toward me I think I was giving her a cup or something. And he reached up and he grabbed her arm right there. And he didn't break the skin, left a couple bruises. And from that point on, I said, no, you're not going to be around my kid. So they were kept separated. And to me, if these people really cared enough about the dog, they were trying to fake cry. They were trying to push everything that they had. I'm surprised they didn't push out a turd trying to push out a tear. But my point being, there's a lot more things that could have been done in that situation, just like the 2 situations I just told you about. I had big dogs. They showed they were protecting themselves, protecting me. I don't know. Like I said, Jerry, my bulldog, he just always had an attitude. It was the way it was. He wasn't fixed. He was all male. And I guess it's not an excuse, but his sister was raised the same way that he was, and she was not like that. And all of my other dogs have not been like that. So I guess it was just the bulldog, hard-headedness. But that's what you do. You either find another place for them if you really don't want them around that much, but that other place isn't in the ground. That dog deserved more than that kind of treatment. To have depended on those people and loved those people and protected those people and depended on those people, for them to turn around and treat him that way, it blows my mind. It's disgusting. And so yeah, that's my opinion on that whole Nikki Phillippe situation. And I don't talk about other YouTubers. I'm not into drama. I'm not into other people's business. What you do is what you do. But this, I just couldn't keep quiet on, because it's ridiculous. And the fact that these people, I guess they're still running their channel, and I know they got a lot of backlash from it, but they need to get backlash. And from what I understand, there's another situation where they decided not to adopt a child because they couldn't put the child on social media. So that's a whole other situation. But the whole dog thing kept popping up in my feed, and I had to say something about it. So that's it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Be sure to like if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it. I don't know, do the whole YouTube thing. Sub, share, and till next time, Girl versus Life, the Bayou Couillon. Don't forget about me.